So this is what happens when you leave me for a week and I'm not recording Minecraft. I have nothing to do at 12 o'clock at night. The baby's asleep. I jump on Minecraft and I grind. I cannot tell you how many hours and hours and hours and hours was put into getting this damn wood. You can kind of see a little tree farm over there. I was starting to plant where I got most of this wood. This was a pain in the neck. My plan today was to actually, we're going to go caving a little bit because I enchanted this. So I have efficiency 5, I believe, and silk touch 1. Now, silk touch, meh. At least with caving, meh. I enjoy silk touch for when I'm going to the nether and I want to get, glowstone. That helped me out a bunch with this axe. But for caving, I feel like it's a bit of a resource waster because then you have to use this coal to get some, to smelt down your blocks. So, it's okay, but I guess we'll use it. But last episode, no, you didn't miss any building episodes. Since the last time, there's been a lot done to this house. So I'll quickly show you that. I don't want to spend this entire episode doing a tour, but I kind of want to just keep you up to date about what's going on in this home. See the progress that we have done. I apologize. We're getting a little bit of lag here in the beginning, but I have a little bit of a wheat farm going on. My sheep are getting loose. Why? That's not that big of a deal. That's okay. Yeah, this isn't gonna grow. Alright. At least I have enough to repopulate the earth. How the heck did my sheep get loose? I was caving the other day and I put this here because I ended up coming up from here. So I put this here, but can they squeeze through that? I don't know. I'm hoping maybe they'll just wander and someday when I get the motivation to bring these guys back in, then I will. If not, that's okay. Like I said, I have enough sheep to repopulate the world. So we will just collect their wool and they will be on their way. I got some pigs here too. How convenient. Although, because I am playing on peaceful, I also don't need food. But that's okay. So this little thing that we have going on, I just decided to create like a shed. This way we can store some of the... Wow, I had a lot of sheep, huh? Jesus. What are you looking at me like that for? I just made a little shed. That way, I can store the wheat, wool, and leather here and some seeds. I put a little bit more chests than necessary, just kind of dress it up. That's okay. Also, I got some pink leather. I have some pink dye left over, which I'll just throw in here for now. Actually, I should put it in the leather box. But I don't need armor because, again, I am on peaceful, but I like the color pink, so we're gonna go with it. Alright, let's jump inside real quick. I promise I won't spend the entire episode doing a tour. I think I did that last episode. But so much has changed since that last episode, I don't want you to be completely lost, so I'm just gonna do a quick run through the house. The second floor is now coming along. It's just taking a long time because there's just so much wood put into this home, and wood isn't the easiest thing to get, so... Okay, can't get through the front door. That's great. So we walk in. I think you guys saw this last time, the main entrance. Added some bushes and whatnot. Glowstone is actually the base covered by these trapdoors to kind of give it a little bit of luminance. So you come around. I ended up doing most of the ceiling in polished andesite, and then just the floors. I was just kind of filling in the gaps as I went. So we just have a hallway, some more rooms here and there. We got this waterfall, which is actually going to go all the way up into the second floor. Here's my portal. And where's my enchanting table? Did I put it upstairs? I remember moving it. So we just have a hallway here. This goes out to the back. This is just the other side of the main entrance waterfall. Just some more rooms, blah, blah, blah. It just kind of wraps all the way around. I have a furnace room actually over here, which I will be putting more furnace in. Do I have stuff in here? I feel like I left... Oh, okay. See, this was what I was talking about with the silk touch thing. Like, I have to use coal to get coal. You see what I'm saying? But that's okay. Do I have any... Okay, some iron, lapis, And I think, yeah, I think that was it. Okay. So we will show you quickly upstairs, then we'll put the unnecessary stuff in our inventory away, and then we're gonna go caving. I did some I'm getting lost in my own home. I did some caving, and I came across something I wanted to save for when I was filming, so we'll do that today. We'll explore that. So we come up to the second floor, and this is just starting to come together. I was just kind of working on the walls and whatnot, so we come around here. I got some bookshelves. Oh, I think this is where I'm gonna put my oh, is it here? Yes, it is. So, you know, there'll be a wall built around that, but I have a little bit more to do. And then what I was talking about with the waterfalls, they're gonna come all the way up here, so I gotta move that up to here. Yeah, so this is pretty much the second floor. I was just kind of mapping out where I wanted the walls to be, and there's also a storage room. Where the heck is where I have all... Did I... What happened to it? 1 second. I'm confused. Unless I just didn't build a... I'm pretty sure there's a storage room right under here. No? Okay, that's weird. That's really bizarre. Okay, I'm gonna have to figure that out, but I'll just do that on camera. That's nothing of importance to you guys. Oh, damn it. Whatever, we'll fix it. Okay, now we're downstairs. Oh, no, we're not. Now we're on the ceiling, so let's... Oh, okay, I might be stuck. Let's just do that. That's okay. Nobody has to know. Don't tell anybody. Alright, let's just fix this real quick and then pretend like it was never... Oh, that's where I got it from. Alright, whatever. So let's go ahead and put our stuff away. It looks like it's starting to get dark out. Yeah, I can't see the sun, so we'll sleep it off. You know what? We won't even sleep. Screw sleep. Who needs sleep? We'll just go caving. We don't need light when we're caving. And I also think my basement is in the storage room, if I... I'm not mistaken, which storage room is right here. So, do I have any wood? I have a little bit of wood. Having stone. Put that away. I'll put the diamonds away too, in case I die. I don't want to lose that. I try to keep this room as organized as possible, but I'm going to be honest with you, it's a little bit difficult because... Oh, shit. Exactly what I mean. Oh, let's put that away. I gotta sneeze. Hold it in, hold it in. Okay, we're good. Yeah, see, oh yeah, see what I meant? There's a room up there that's supposed to be, like, it's gonna be all chest up, and it's gonna go into the second floor. I knew I wasn't crazy. Alright, oh, actually, I have some gold here. Whatever, I'm gonna put that there for now, and I can just keep all this. I am, however, gonna grab some more torches. I know I have them somewhere. Where are my torches? Torches. Did I put them in the chest out front? That's a good question. Let's go check real quick. I hope you guys are enjoying this series by far. I'm really enjoying myself playing Minecraft again. Oh, really quick. This is going to be kind of a walkway because I have all this water here. I just had to put dirt to kind of hold the spot for a moment. But it's going to look much prettier. I don't see any torches, so that's okay. We'll just make a bunch of them. I know I have stacks somewhere. I'm sure you guys are seeing it or yelling at me for not seeing it, but that's okay. I always need torches. I used a ton of them to light up this home because it got so dark after I put up the the ceilings. Ugh, it was a nightmare. All right, let's make some sticks. I had sticks. That's okay. We'll bring this with us. That's plenty. We'll put that there. And a boom. Okay, alright. We'll go caving, and the basement is down here. So I have a little basement area here. I mean, I might do the walls, maybe not. But this is the entrance to the cave. So I was caving the other day. I found some diamonds. If you had noticed, I had like 7 diamonds in my inventory, I believe. And I found it because I was caving. Where is the entrance? I was caving, and then I saw like a weird... Nope, I think it's up here. I saw like a hole up here, and I'm like, why is that like that? So I peered into the hole. I think it's here, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe, maybe not. Oh, maybe not. No, okay. I'm gonna have to find it. No, I know it's not. It's gotta be down here somewhere. Was it this far? Was it? I feel like... No. No, this wasn't it. Oh, there's some iron there, though. No, was it? Oh, you know what? It might have been. Yeah. Okay. So I had come up through that hole, and I'm like, what the hell is this? It had all lava. I went up and filled up the lava hole so we don't have to deal with the lava holes. And I just ran around and lit it up. But I really want to take my time and explore this with you guys and chat with you a little bit, because there is something going on in my life right now that's pretty annoying. I've never gone through this before. Maybe you guys have, so you can shed a little bit of light to my situation, but no pun intended while I place a torch. But I really wanted I wanted to talk to you guys and do some caving today, because we haven't done caving. I mean, it's only the 3rd episode, but still. So the other day, I had a panic moment in my home. We had lost our main... Okay, let me go back to the beginning. Our main source of heat is from a pellet stove. Okay, a pellet stove, basically it's like a wood stove, but instead of chopping the wood on your own, you just buy pellets at a store and fill it up. And it blows out hot air into the home, and that's how your home is heated up. So that's what we have. It's a pain in the ass, but it works. You know, it can work efficiently. I think we need a little bit bigger one, because our house doesn't get up really past 65 with just the pellet stove alone. What on earth? Okay, that was weird. I'm gonna block off this as well. We don't need that. So that's all you need to know, that my house is heated with a pellet stove. We also have a propane tank, which heats up our water heater, so like our shower water, when I do dishes, that's how my water is heated, through the propane tank. And we also use it as a backup heat source, so in case my pellet stove were to ever not work for some reason, the propane could kick in. And just because, I mean, we have an infant in the house, so if it was me, I mean, I could kind of deal with no heat, but you also have to be careful of pipes and stuff that they don't freeze. I live in New England, and an area around me has gotten 111 inches of snow this season. I just saw it on the news, and that area is not far from me. Oh my god. All right, that's a little intimidating to go down there, so we will keep exploring here for now. How did I miss that? I put a torch here, and I must have just figured it was just a ravine and not looked through. I don't know, but okay, anyways. So we had run out of propane for a couple days, so I had to go to my mom's and shower, basically. We just didn't really have any hot water to shower with, and I had to give the baby a bath as well. So I brought her to my mom's and showered and whatever. My house was still warm. So when finally we got propane back, I didn't have to go to my mom's, and I stayed at home with the baby, and I said, okay, today's gonna be a clean the house day. I like to do like once a week, give the house a really, really good thorough cleaning, and then, you know, throughout the week, just kind of keep up on it. If I see something dirty, I'll wipe it down or whatever. So that's what I like to do. So that particular day, I don't remember what day this was to be. It was Sunday. It was Sunday, and I am filming Tuesday, so a couple days ago. There is iron up there. So Sunday I was cleaning. I had just finished cleaning the kitchen and the downstairs bathroom, and then I was moving into the living room. And then all of a sudden, when I start cleaning the living room, I hear the sound of rushing water. And it was coming from my kitchen, and I just cleaned the kitchen. I knew I didn't leave a faucet on or whatever. So, did we go down here yet? It's a little bit difficult because I already placed torches. Yeah, I think. Yeah, that's lava. So I'm going to block this off so we don't come down here again. So all of a sudden, like I said, I hear the sound of rushing water, and I know I didn't leave a faucet on. So now I'm panicking. Like, what is that sound? So I ran into my kitchen to see what was going on, and there was a big hole. Okay, hold on. There was a big hole in my ceiling, and water was literally coming down like this. I mean, it wasn't trickling, it was coming down hard. So I panicked, and I called my mom, who was the closest person to me at the time, like distance wise. And I said, like, water is coming down hard in my house. What do I do? And she said, oh, no, it's just probably an ice dam. It'll, stop eventually. Well, I don't think anyone realized how hard the water was actually coming down. It was literally like a shower in my kitchen. So I just start throwing buckets. I start grabbing any pots and pans that I have in my home, and I start putting, the big one here where the water is coming down, and then there was like a little trickle here, a little trickle here, a little trickle. So there was a lot of little trickles, but then I had my big stream of water coming down. So I kid you not, about every minute or so, that bucket that I put here, I had to dump out into the sink. So I would run over here, grab the bucket, put it in the sink, and then I would run over here, grab this bucket, put it in the sink, and then I have to come back here, grab this bucket, put it in the sink, and then go find this bucket and put it into the sink. So this was going on for about a half hour. I had my daughter with me, and I was so afraid because I was looking up at the ceiling, and you could tell that a lot of water was accumulating in the ceiling, and I was getting really, really scared that the ceiling was going to come down because my house is... What on earth was that? My house is old. It used to be a campsite, and then they turned it into a four-season home. But it's not well built. They kind of half-assed everything, so we're learning very quickly. Oh, yeah, okay. We're learning very quickly that a lot of work needs to be done with this home, and to kind of just fix it. I mean, not like... not any add-ons, just fix that thing. So I was terrified that the kitchen ceiling was gonna come down. So I threw my daughter in two blankets. I grabbed two blankets. I didn't even put a jacket on her. I was so scared at the time that it was just coming down. So I wait a minute. Why am I breaking this? Why? I'm going to re-explore an area I just marked off. I'm such a dingleberry, I'm telling you. All right. How do I get out of here now is the question. Maybe we will dig down because I want to check out that ravine with all the lava. So we'll come over here and then we'll start digging down. So anyway, so I threw her in, because again, it's snowing. It is, oh, hi, Iron. It's freezing cold out, and I don't have time to put on her jacket. I didn't put a jacket on myself. At the time, I was wearing just leggings. So I threw on a pair of boots. I threw her in two blankets, and I ran out the door to my neighbors because if that roof was coming down, I didn't want her to be in the house. I was afraid that she was gonna get hurt. So I'm running to my neighbors, the ones, that I trust with my daughter, that I know, and have known for a while, and they were right next door. So I'm trudging through the snow. It's up to like my waist. I'm not exaggerating in the story at all, guys. Like, this was so traumatizing. So I'm trudging through the snow. I went to both of my neighbors' houses, who neither was home. One house had a babysitter home who was watching their kids because they were at work. And then the other person, later she came to my house and said one of the neighbors noticed that I had come to her house with my baby. And she came to check on me later, and she said, oh, I was sleeping. I'm sorry. Is everything okay? And, I explained to her. But regardless, she wasn't available when I needed her. So now here I am, freezing cold. My heart is racing like crazy because of all the adrenaline that was going through my system. So I'm freaking out. Nobody is home. So I brought her back to the house. Now, while I was gone, running around to my neighbors, obviously the water had filled up because I wasn't there to empty it out. So now I have water overflowing from the bucket. So I put her down. Oh, okay, I reached the bottom. I put her down, and I put her down in the living room so I could kind of see her and grab her quickly if I needed to. And and then I just continue, grab the bucket, dump it out, grab the bucket, dump it out. So I called my husband in the mist when I came home from trying to get to my neighbors, and I said, he was at work about a half hour away, and I said, you need to come home now. I said, there's just a lot of water coming from the ceiling. It's starting to rip a hole in the ceiling. I'm so afraid that the ceiling is going to come down. I said, you just need to get home. So he ends up rushing home, and he walks in, and I'm drenched from head to toe in dirty water. I mean, it was tap water, but for some reason it was really, really brown. So I was drenched. Like, it looked like I just got out of the shower with my clothes on. I'm shivering because I'm freezing cold. This isn't like warm water. I don't know. I'm freezing cold. So he comes in and he panics. So he runs to the basement and shuts the main water line off. Now, while this is all happening, what I'm thinking is going on is that there was an ice dam. So the very first layer of snow that was on our ceiling got into the house somehow, got warm and melted. And that's what all this water was just melted snow. Turns out that one of my hot water pipe had burst. So it was literally just like a faucet. It was not going to turn off on its own. And, oh, shit. Okay, hold on. Alright, I found the lava. How do I go about this safely? Because I'm not sure where this lava... I found diamonds! Please tell me it's not lava up here. Okay. So it turns out to be my water heater had burst, and I had no idea how to turn the water off to begin with, so I would have been screwed if nobody came home. So he ended up turning it off, and so we called our insurance people, and they were like, well, is it weather related? Did it freeze and then burst? And I was telling him, I'm like, I don't know. I'm like, it honestly could be, but I said, because we have a pellet stove, our home was staying warm. Like propane, we ran out of propane, which, goes through the pipes, but I said our house stayed warm. So I don't know. We're gonna have an inspector come around and or a plumber come around and see what was the main cause for the burst. And then there's like a $2,000 deductible for this insurance thing. Like, we are just in a pickle right now. We're waiting for our tax refund, and we're just waiting. We gotta find a plumber, but we gotta pay the plumber to do this, but hopefully just save the receipt. And if it wasn't weather related, I don't know if there's a huge difference between if it was weather related or it just so happened. I really don't know how this works, but that's what we're dealing with now. So now my kitchen has a lot of water damage to it. The water had seeped through it had seeped through the floor in my kitchen, so my kitchen tiles was like, it's a linoleum, oh my god, forget it, I can't pronounce that word. It's in my head, I just can't get it out. Anyways, it seeped through the floor and went into my basement. My basement's not finished, but it got some things wet down there, and then the hole was right above my stove, and my stove is a gas-powered stove, so some of the burners don't turn on now because they got so soaked. Just like 2 out of the 4 work now, so okay, I found the lava. But yeah, so that's the bull poopy I'm dealing with right now. I'm pretty like, I don't really know what to make of the situation. It's literally been one thing after another recently for me, and this was just kind of one of like those things where it's icing on the cake. It's like, oh, okay, great, good to know this happened. But alright, I'm gonna wrap up the episode here, guys. I hope you enjoyed my little spiel. I hope this episode wasn't too long. Maybe next episode we'll try to conquer this lake of lava and hopefully get some more progress done. I'm probably gonna leave here because I only record once a week. I'm gonna leave here, go back up to my house, find a way to get back up, and then when I record again, I'll come back down. So hopefully there'll be more progress to the home. But thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed, please leave a thumbs up. You can also subscribe if you want to. I'm also on Instagram and Twitter, both at ShadesNA. And until my next video, I'll see you next time. Bye, guys.